All right, Doc, thanks. I'll tell you, you were talking about Dave getting out there up to speed in practice. Some of these guys went out in just a couple laps. They were running in the pack, and you could see those competitive juices flowing. I think this is going to be an awful lot of fun to watch this Saturday night showdown in a couple of minutes. So, again, they've just finished some warm-ups, giving the drivers a couple of minutes to get their thoughts together, do the driver introductions, and then they're going to turn them loose for 35 laps. And the men who call the action for us upstairs, Marty Reed with Dale Jarrett and Rusty Wallace. Gentlemen.
All right, thank you, Alan. And I don't know if you can see a timing monitor, but listen to some of these times. Fastest in the brief practice, Harry Gant at 118 miles an hour. That's 16.2 seconds. That's flying.
Yeah, if you look at Harry Gant, though, this day, I swear he could get back in a Nationwide car or a Cup car and get the job done.
Oh, you're exactly right. These guys haven't lost a touch. I mean, you talk about the speed that Harry just run right there, 16:20. That was the same speed as the last 5 laps of the Nationwide race we just saw a little while ago. So he jumped in this car, and he's just fast right off the bat.
Phil Parsons was second at 117 miles an hour. L.D. Ottinger, he ran really well here last year. He's going to be a factor in this, I think, as well. And there's Harry at age 70 behind the wheel of the familiar green and white 33.
Yeah, and one of the great short track racers of all time, Jack Ingram there in that 11 car. You better watch out for him. He still knows how to get it done.
Well, let's also talk about some of the legends of the sport. David Pearson got out there as well. He was 9th fastest on the charts. And we mentioned he was not able to run the race last year. And who can forget the fact that the Silver Fox and Richard Petty had all those wonderful battles. In fact, I've always said if a guy by the name of Richard Petty had never been born, we'd be calling David Pearson the king. Let's go to Vince.
What a terrific, a true legend indeed. 3-time Cup champion, 105 Cup wins, 2nd all-time. And David, glad that you could be in the race this season. We're talking about some of the practice laps you turned there. How is this car different, or something maybe that's a little different than you're not used to?
It's a lot different, to tell you the truth. Of course, I'm having trouble with the clutch. Clutch is not releasing like it ought to be. And it's got a left foot brake, and I am no left foot driver. You know, I can't use the brakes with my left foot. And, of course, when I try to cruise my right foot way over there on that side, I hit the throttle coming back, so I can't find the throttle. So it just takes time for me to get used to it.
Those things aside, how's it feel to be back in a race car at Bristol?
Oh, it feels good as far as that goes, come back, and the car runs real good. It runs great. I just got to get used to the car and, you know, and get used to the handling of it.
David Pearson, indeed. Boy, they termed it right when they said legend in reference to this gentleman. Guys?
And how about a guy who he's already told you he won 9 times at Bristol. He is the only driver to ever lead every single lap at Bristol Motor Speedway. Kel Yarborough, you led all 500 laps here in one of your 9 wins. How's it feel to be back in the car?
Well, it feels good. I've always loved Bristol, but you know, doing something one time a year doesn't make you very good at it. But we're just out here to have fun, and really good to be back and see a lot of the fans, see a lot of these old guys that I've raced with all my years, so just a lot of fun.
What did you do to get in shape to get back in the car? I know you do a lot of work outside, but how about physically? What did you do to prepare for this day?
I didn't do anything to especially prepare for it. When it's over with, I may wish I had.
Hey, good luck to you.
Thank you.
Folks, Kel Yarborough will be 72 years old next week, Alan, and he is smiling ear to ear. You can see him in the car. He's ready to rock and roll once again to Bristol.
It is so fun, Doc, to hear his voice inside that helmet talking about this race. Kel Yarborough, one of the 12 legends, getting ready to go in the Saturday night showdown at Bristol. They're getting them ready. We're going to turn them loose in a little while for 35 laps on the world's fastest half mile. I think it's going to be a scream. Back at Bristol Motor Speedway in Thunder Valley, one of NASCAR's great venues, where tonight a number of stock car racing's great drivers are ready to run the Saturday night showdown. 12 drivers going to run 35 laps. The race benefits charity, but most of all, it just gets us a chance to see some of the sport's all-time greats climb back behind the wheel once again. One of those greats is with Jamie Little.
He's definitely one of the original journeymen of what is now called the Nationwide Series. Tommy Houston, what a run he had in this very series, helping to put it on the map. We're going to show a little bit of that racing action. His guys excited, running over the wall. We're showing some of the footage of one of your wins, Tommy. What is one of the best memories you have here at Bristol?
Well, I've had a lot of good memories here. I remember when the track was really rough, and
we ran real well. And I remember when we led a lot of the race, and Martin thought the race was over with and pulled in that time, and David Green won the race and we ran second. But, you know, I've got a lot of really, really good memories. You know, I come here when it wasn't nothing except a concrete grandstand, and that was it. So I'm happy to be here.
These guys came out last year and had a lot of fun, Tommy. What made you come out this time around?
Well, like I say, Wayne invited me, and I was really proud that he did. And, you know, I've got a sponsor, Jewelry Exchange, on the car and for the car. And then Jack McNally and all his guys, they've been so nice to furnish the car. So I'm going to try to do them proud today.
All right. Well, you have fun. Go fast. And thank you for all you've done in this Nationwide Series. He'll be in the number 6 car. Alan?
So much fun to hear Tommy Houston as well, getting ready to go here at Bristol today. Have seen that man race thousands of laps. Great gentleman, a great racer, and glad to have him here in the Saturday Night Showdown. So we're getting ready for the Command to Fire engine shortly, and then we're going to have the green flag and see these stock car racing legends out at Bristol for 35 laps of fun. That is when we come back to Thunder Valley. Getting ready with the Saturday Night Showdown here at Bristol Motor Speedway. 12 stock car racing greats are strapped aboard their machines. This is a legendary track, and one of the men who founded it is going to give the command to start engines to get these legends underway.
Going off A out of Timminsville, South Carolina, three-time NASCAR Cup Series champion, Cale Yarborough. Car number 21 out of Spartanburg, South Carolina, going off in the 9th position.
And the Jeff mentioned, Jeff Bird, track president, who is recuperating, dealing with an illness, and this race his brainchild, and we certainly look forward to seeing Jeff back here with us for next year's running of the Saturday Night Showdown. So the engines have fired, the cars are rolling off onto the racetrack, and that can only mean one thing. It's about time to go racing. Let's go upstairs to Marty Reed, Dale Jarrett, and Rusty Wallace. Gentlemen, this should be fun.
Yes, it should, Alan. And let's explain how these gentlemen obtained their positions on the grid. For example, L.D. Ottinger is going to be on the pole. It is thanks to the courtesy of Justin Allgaier winning the race. That's right. There were certain drivers in the race earlier today. For example, Jimmy Hensley had Brad Keselowski. Keselowski finished second, so Hensley starts second. Kyle Busch finishes in the top field and third, and so Jack Ingram is third. So that gives you an idea. There's your starting lineup with Tommy Houston, Dave Marcus, Harry Gant, Charlie Glotzbach, Rick Wilson, Larry Pearson, Cale Yarborough, David Pearson, and Phil Parsons. Let's dial up our in-race reporter. It's handsome Harry Gant.
Harry Gant, Rusty Wallace up here in the ESPN booth. You got us?
I got you loud and clear.
Harry, it's been a long time since you've been here. This racetrack's brand new since you drove it. What's it feel like out there?
Feels pretty good so far. Only got to run 5 laps.
All right, buddy, you have a great race out there. We'll be pulling for you.
Appreciate it.
We should point out we do have one to the rear. Jimmy Hensley, actually they changed cars, and since he was not that familiar with it, he is scheduled to be in the number 7. He is now in the number 68, so he's going to pull to the rear of the field. Other than that, everybody is there's Jimmy, and so he'll pull to the back of the field as we get ready for 35 laps of racing, and green flag racing at that. Yellows will not count.